My name is Ben, this is Board Game Dad, and today we're looking at the 2 to 4 player game by Korea Boardgames, City Chase. Now, don't worry looking at the cover of this game, it is available in English and has an all-English rulebook. But it's a special game because last year, my #1 recommendation for family board games was this game, Mind Management. Now, maybe you watched that video or maybe you didn't, and maybe you bought this game or maybe you didn't, but today I'd like to tell you why this game might be a better fit for your family. So that's what this video is all about. City Chase is a hidden movement game. So in this game, there are two sides. There are the police and there's the robber. And there will always be a phase during which the police are going to have their eyes closed and the robber is going to be moving around the board secretly. So, for example, at setup, the police will find 3 locations on the board to start, and then all of the police will close their eyes and the robber is going to pick one building to begin the game at and mark it with a yellow marker to show that this is where they started. Once they've done this, they'll instruct the police team to open their eyes, and each helicopter is going to get one action. Now, an action can either be moving one spot from an intersection to an adjacent intersection, or they can search a building adjacent to their location. Now, once all helicopters have performed an action, they're going to close their eyes, and the robber is going to make another movement, taking the next token from their mat to mark the new position. Eventually what's going to happen is one of the helicopters is going to reveal one of the tokens that was placed by the robber. When this happens, they place the token on top of the building as a reminder of where the robber has been. Now, some of these tokens have special coloring, so the yellow indicates the robber's start position. Now, the objective of the game, of course, is to have the police find the robber, and if they manage to do this, they immediately win the game. However, if the robber can place all 11 of their tokens without being found, the robber wins the game. So, we have City Chase and Mind Management. Now, whether or not you're familiar with this game, doesn't matter. They're both hidden movement games. But what is it about this one that's special? Well, first of all, it's the cost. This game is available, at least on Amazon, for a lot less than Mind Management. And if you need help finding it, you can check links in the description. As of right now, I noticed it was out of stock, but if you are following games on my web app, theperfectboardgame.com, you can always get notifications when family games go on sale. But anyway, it is a bit cheaper, and also the game is designed to be impossible to mess up. The thing with all hidden movement games in the, mechanic of board games is oftentimes they have a screen that blocks off another player's private view, and they usually have like a little whiteboard or dry erase marker that they're using to mark off their path, and they're numbering each position at the time that they were there. Now, that's so that when other players are trying to guess where the opponent is, the opponent can check their record of where they've been. The whole thing is brilliant, but it can be hard to track. But if you looked at the overview for City Chase, that whole element is completely absent. Rather than tracking with a dry erase marker on your own private board where your position is, you are physically marking it out with tokens. You cannot make a mistake on this. Now, that alone is a great reason to go for this game, especially if you have younger kids. Take a look at this game profile, and what really stands out, simplicity and this heavy focus on mechanics. This is a great game to introduce the mechanic of hidden movement. In addition to that, it also has fantastic components. The only reason I wouldn't call these components extravagant is because they're actually quite affordable in how the game is packaged and doesn't have as much artwork drawn on all of the pieces. But in terms of like pieces to work with, this game is very satisfying, very fun. It's also a very short game. And this is one, it has an element of chance when you're trying to find the robber. But what's great is you can play this game 2-3 times in one sitting, and that's what I do with my kids. Another thing about this game is, as far as the recommendation is concerned, you've got one player is the robber, the other players can sort out who is which police helicopter. We totally throw that out the window. My kids love teaming up against me in one way or another. So either they are both the robber and they're planning on how they want to move around in the board, or they're both the police and they're trying to catch me. It's a game that we're able to have a lot of fun with. I think this one is probably just a lot more conducive to families, but I will say that this game scales a lot better if you want to play with your family and with other hobbyists, although, there is the issue of cost to take into consideration. So as far as reasons why you wouldn't want to play this game, probably because of scalability. Eventually, you're going to want something that has more to it. And as far as like additional rules are concerned, anything that you can imagine, like playing City Chase, you're thinking, oh, this is a fun game, except wouldn't it be cool if this, or wouldn't it be cool if that? Like anything you can think of is included in this game. So I still have a very strong recommendation for Mind Management, but man, City Chase is such an excellent alternative. So whether or not it's for you, I hope you found this review helpful. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.